Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Eyes.
Strategic back again. What's going on, guys? I got a sad one for you guys today. I want to talk about these TikTokers who basically have one of those relationship gold TikTok relationships where, you know, they do kind of funny things with each other. They do pranks. They disrespect each other in a kind, lighthearted way, if you call it that way. I think it's a little crass. But on July 4th, they had an argument. And for whatever reason, the boyfriend pulls out a gun, looks at his woman in the back seat of the car, points the gun at her, and shoots her a little bit above her eyes. This resulted in this young woman being placed in a hospital. She's still in the hospital up to this day. Police are not saying what her condition is. There's nothing on the internet that's talking about what her condition is. The only thing that they would say during their official press release on it is that she's going to be in the hospital for a very long time. So far, this guy's been charged with aggravated assault with a firearm. But I want to go through this story a little bit, and I want to show you a little bit of their TikTok history. And hopefully, justice is going to be sought and found in this case. So let's take a look at what Law and Crime has to say about it.
A popular TikToker documented his life and relationship with his girlfriend.
You want to marry me?
Yeah. Are you asking me to marry you right now?
You gonna marry me?
Yes. We're married.
Okay. I'm just playing, though. I never married her, sorry.
So that's like the kind of like ribbon they would do with each other. Like this guy, you know, he's recording her and, you know, she's fake excited. She knows this is a bit that they're going to do, but I'm just not a big fan of him saying, I'd never marry your sorry A. Like, I don't think that that's funny. I don't think that anybody should find that entertaining. And I'm not just saying that because this guy ended up shooting her in the face. I'm just saying that like, that's just not the way that I think people in relationships should talk to each other. And I don't see that anybody should find that entertaining, that two lovebirds, two people who are dedicating themselves to each other should ever play. Words have meanings. And, you know, when you say things like that, sometimes, even if you're saying it as a joke, you might actually have some type of agreement with the words that you're saying, but let's keep going.
I hope that hurt.
I love you, though.
No, you don't.
I love you.
No, you don't.
I like to wake up in the morning, roll over and look at you and be like, damn.
But now he's behind bars accused of shooting her in the face.
When we look at that individual, those individuals in the social media posts, they post again the highlights of what's going on. Oh, we're happy here. We're going on dates and doing things of that nature. And you just don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Ladarius Brownlee, known online as Dino, chronicled his romantic life and relationship with his girlfriend, Saida.
You know, whenever you have a guy that's like a grown man and he's more obsessed with gold teeth and you know, the hip hop stuff and all, listen, that stuff is cool when you're a kid and, you know, you're finding yourself and you're using music as an outlet to express yourself. I get it. But once you get to a certain age, you should evolve. You should change. Here's this guy still trying to appeal to children because that's what the majority of his audience is going to be. Grown men aren't particularly entertained by watching other grown men in their relationships and the daily happenings of their relationships. So that's definitely not his demographic. His demographic for people like this, especially on TikTok where these guys were famous, are going to be teenage girls, teenage boys, children. And this is the example that they're setting. I'm going to show you some examples of some of the TikToks that they're doing. Hundreds of them. They were making some good money, I guess, but at what expense? The expense of actually hiding the fact that they were in a very toxic relationship, an abusive and toxic relationship that probably kept perpetuating because of the business aspect of that relationship. But let's keep going.
Shimi, known online as Zara. The duo under the username of Dino and Zara raked more than 150,000 followers on TikTok, and some of their videos massed millions of views. While the two appeared as a doting couple, trouble was brewing behind the scenes, as investigators say would lead to tragedy. According to the Flower Mound Police Department, the shooting stemmed from a heated argument as the couple were walking home from a 4th of July Independence Fest held in a local park. The fight reportedly turned physical. Then they got into their car, driving less than 3 miles away from the park. When Brownlee stopped the car, he pulled out a tanned Glock firearm from the driver's door pocket and allegedly shot Zara in the face of her right eye.
I mean, anytime you hear a story
Damn.
such as that, it's going to be just astounding to where you are just taken aback that any person can be charged with such a heinous crime. That is something that is definitely intentional.
What's wrong with this
So
guy?
there's nothing that we could say that wouldn't be intentional about that action. And so it's definitely something that takes me off guard.
When officers arrived at the scene, they discovered the 28-year-old lying on the ground outside of the car. Brownlee was still on the scene when officers arrived and arrested without incident.
Shooting someone really at any
So what
point.
that tells you is that it was just a fit of rage. He didn't try and finish her off. He didn't try and finish himself. That was literally a fit of rage. It was literally somebody who was never taught how to properly process anger. I dare say, and I'm not trying to make it into a political or demographic thing or anything like that or ideological thing, but I guarantee you this guy did not have a father when he was being raised up as a young man. I can guarantee you he did not have a father to teach him how to check and manage that masculinity, that toxic masculinity that exists in all us men, that testosterone that makes you want to impulsively do things when you're upset, but you learn how to manage it when you have proper guidance and role models. And of course, that starts at home with the male role model that you're socialized with. So he either A, had a male role model in his life that modeled for him violence and uncontrollable rage, or B, he had the absence of a male role model to teach him anything, good or bad. Guarantee you, because there's just no reason for him to do what he did because he didn't even finish what he started. And that shows you that he's not cold-blooded, that he's not, a serial killer or assassin or anything like that. Like he's just literally a man that got upset and lost control, and nobody ever taught him to walk away. Nobody ever taught him to say, I'm in the car, we're arguing. First of all, there's other people in the car as well, so they're having this argument amongst friends or family. Nobody taught him to park the car, say, you know what? You can have the keys to go wherever you need to go. I'm going to take a walk. I mean, a man is a TikTok star. As long as he has his wallet, he can find a different way home. Uber, taxi, whatever. All the money that they're making on TikTok could have checked itself into a hotel, not even a hotel motel, but a nice hotel. Cool down, collect yourself, and make responsible decisions. But this man acted on impulse, and now the rest of his life is destroyed, and quite possibly the life of the woman that he loves, her life is destroyed too, because check this out. They're not telling us her condition. He shot her above her right eye. She could have serious brain damage. She could literally survive, but never have the same quality of life that she enjoyed prior to this man losing control and acting impulsively. Very sad stuff. Let's keep going.
Is something that takes a lot of gumption from any person, right? But when you are right at the person's face, you're seeing them eye to eye, having eye contact, that takes more than anything in the world. Again, we go back to intentionality with something like that. And so
and then now when you look at stuff like you see Bruce's hair, there are other times I saw bruises on her thighs and stuff, and some of the TikToks that I'm going to show you guys, you wonder, are these bruises just because she's very fair-skinned and she could easily bruise? Or are they bruises because she's being abused at home? And sources are saying that domestic violence was a part of this relationship. That was not a one-time thing. That was a culmination of the toxicity of their relationship that resulted in that very violent act against this young woman.
Individual in this particular case was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I'm surprised he wasn't charged with attempted murder.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's just that it rises to that level, and I wouldn't be surprised if they increase it to that charge.
Right. So what I'm thinking is I got to do my research on this one, but I believe from another case that I checked out that Texas may not have, and believe me, don't take my word for it, guys. I got to do my research, but I don't believe Texas has an attempted murder charge. I think that aggravated assault is comparable to attempted murder, depending on the degree. So I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll look it up or whatever. I'm just going off the top of the dome of a previous case that I was looking at. We cover cases in all 50 states, so it's impossible to know everybody's laws. But I think Texas doesn't have attempted murder. I think they just have aggravated assault. We'll figure that out. So let me go ahead and bring in this screen over here so we can check out some of these TikToks, kind of figure out who these people are and what they were bringing to the interwebs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause that and I'm going to fix the sound. Go ahead and fix that sound. Of course, I'm going to edit all this out. So people who are catching the video, they're not going to see all of this.
Bluetooth connected.
But this is the type of editing I do. I just edit out like something like this, but I don't ever really edit my words or anything like that. Everything is unscripted. It's just off the top of my head. And, you know, that's it. It is what it is. All right, 3, 2, 1. We're jumping back into it.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Up the pole on it, you ain't got to reach for it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
I already got that hand, you feel me?
Yeah.
You just be chilling and shit. You can be vibing out, you know what I'm saying?
Is that so?
And then they come play with you. You lick on his ass, you know what I'm saying?
So you see him talking about guns?
They wish they had guns.
So he's talking about how he, you know, this is TikTok here. Like you're with your girlfriend, you know, he's got the towel on his body or whatever. And he's talking about how he could quick draw on his enemies. And you listen to how he talk, you know, the nonsensical English, you know, I'm almost 40 years old and I'm still talking like I got the swagger and all that, like the little kids, you know. Sometimes we got to ask ourselves, what do we expect? You know, we see him carrying himself in this type of manner. What do we expect? What do you expect?
Be careful what you say. You just look so rough.
You see that? He just pointed his fake gun at her. Again, you know, all these guys, we just covered Stephen Stearns and his Reddit posts and stuff like that. Remember one of the posts that he's discussing how, you know, this girl's life could be killed and the mother could kill her and all this extra stuff. And then we was like, everything he said foreshadowed what he did to Maddie. The abuse, the mental, physical abuse that the little girl's mother was going through. And he's speaking about that. And he's like, you got to be careful because not only is she abusing you on all these different levels, but she might end up killing you. And we're sitting there with our jaws dropped like, oh my God, this guy is foreshadowing what he is going to do to Madeline Soto. These guys always foreshadow what they're going to do to their loved ones. He's foreshadowing what he end up doing to this beautiful woman, which is shoot her.
I look rough.
Yeah.
Let me see that.
We're done.
Let me see.
Every time we see her, she has a new bruise on her hand. Look how deep that bruise is. We're looking at random pictures and she has bruises on her body every time we see her.
I just got done screaming at you.
I look rough.
Because we've been arguing.
We've been arguing, so you look like that.
Because they've been arguing and look at her arm. She's clearly injured.
Yes.
So arguments make you look like that.
Yeah.
With this done on, you can walk around there blinking your hand, you know what I'm saying?
All right, let's go back real quick. Let's see what else we got going on here. This one. This.
You just look so rough.
All right, so we did that already. Let's just randomly pick something. Let's see them together in the mirror. Let's see what they're talking about.
Like,
It's not funny.
You're always trying to piss me off.
No, because you always trying to piss me off.
No.
Nah.
You're always trying to piss me off.
I'm gonna call back and say, turn the fuck around.
No, you need to go with him. You already
Fuck you
said you
mean?
were gonna go.
No.
And
So what you ain't finna do?
I appreciate you for going.
Yeah,
Because
now
I
you
felt
want to act like you appreciate it.
No, I told you I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I told you how happy that made me. So
Mhm.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
getting on my nerves all damn day.
No,
You
you're-
and all of y'all. This is an all day.
It has
This is an
been
all day thing.
day,
All day thing. Everybody want to get on my goddamn nerves.
God, Lee, all day I've been.
Everybody want to go sit pretty by the pool
I
and
haven't
stuff and do all that blah 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 blah.
cooking and cleaning. I just brushed my teeth. What time is it? It's 3:36.
I wouldn't have told nobody that.
It's 3:36.
I
I
wouldn't
just
have told.
brushed
I
my
wouldn't have
teeth.
told nobody. I
And
just
now I'm
brushed my
finally
teeth.
getting ready for the day.
I wouldn't have told nobody. I just brushed my teeth.
How long has it been? I've been trying to tell you I'm trying to get ready for the day and have not been able to because I've been cooking and cleaning and doing all that. Exactly.
Okay.
But what are you gonna say? I'm nagging? I'm nagging. No, don't even start because I
Cooking and clean.
like,
It's not
stop.
funny.
You're always
So this is just a random, you see them bickering. I don't know if that's staged or not. I have no way of knowing, obviously, because they're TikTokers, and TikTokers do oftentimes stage things for entertainment purposes. We'll do one more and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah. Come on. Love me, man.
burly,
Say barely.
burly,
Say barely.
burly.
Barely.
Just in case you don't have the mama.
Wireless. Yeah.
All right.
Why
So
you looking
instead of investing their money and buying property and stuff like that, they were using their TikTok money to purchase expensive jewelry and stuff like that. Listen, if you're a victim of domestic violence and you need to get yourself out of it, there is a national domestic violence hotline that you can call that can then direct you to your local domestic violence agencies that can help you out. If you have children, there's a way out. It doesn't matter. Having children doesn't mean that you're stuck with your abuser. All right. You call the hotline. They will get you a safety plan. They'll get you out of that situation. They'll work with law enforcement to ensure that you're safe. Okay. Domestic violence kills, ladies and gentlemen. It absolutely kills. All right. It kills faster than cancer. Domestic violence is also something that you can be free from. It's unlike some type of cancers. Domestic violence can be cured, but you got to reach out. You got to take the time to put your life, your happiness, your children first, and call that domestic violence hotline phone number and save yourself. All right. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Let's pray for this young lady. I hope that this young lady makes a full recovery, and I hope that they give the maximum sentence to this man who betrayed their love and their trust by rather choosing violence over reason and gravely injuring the woman that he was supposed to love. This guy is a piece of crap, and there's no place for him in our society. Hopefully, after many decades of penance, he'll learn a thing or two, and he'll have another shot of enjoying the rest of his days free if he deserves it. I see you guys on the next one. Strategic is out of here. Peace.